Every single day, I'm gonna make
to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe.
my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Alright, what's up, gang? Welcome back to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, and please share. Alright, YouTube, I'm back. I said that I was gonna come back and do another video. Basically talking about everything that I talked about in the last video. I wanted to address a couple things, and not just because I really wanted to just be telling my business, but for the simple fact that my story is a part of my journey. My story is who I am right now and who I am where I'm trying to go and what I'm trying to do and become. I think the topic that I had started off with was the relationship. It's let's just start off by saying that this is a touchy subject. This is a subject that even for me, it's a trigger. Like it's a trigger for me. I have been trying so hard trying to figure out how to word everything and put it in brief and a different perspective of trying to look at things. And what I wanted to start off saying was a lot of things my stomach hurts so bad. Alright, so I kind of messed up, but alright, I don't really know how long this video is going to be because I'm back in the room where there's really no air in here. And until I get air, my videos are going to be like a minimum. Like, they're going to be really, really short. So I'm trying to, like, I don't want to rush it, but I don't want it to be like, because I'm hot. And I don't want it to just be all over the place. I also had wrote it down, the things that I wanted to talk about, so that I wouldn't be all over the place and I wouldn't just be talking about random different things. Because I like to ramble. Anyway, I think where I left off was the fact that I was trying to bring up not only being in a toxic relationship is horrible, it's the fact that being in a toxic relationship with either parties having mental health illnesses, whether it's you or somebody else, that whether it's you or your partner, having a mental health illness, it's just difficult on top of all things. And what I really wanted to say was that even though I am in a relationship, I'm not gonna say I'm the one that has the mental illnesses. I know I have a mental illness. I know that it's a lot of things that I go through on a daily basis that kind of makes things really difficult. And talking to a therapist and counselors and social workers, I have been able to decipher. Well, actually, before this, I have been able to, because I'm very aware of the things that I go through. I'm very aware of the things that I've been through, and PTSD is not something that I'm not, like, I'm very familiar with it. So a lot of things that I go through on a daily basis and that I react to are from a lot of trauma that I've been through. With that being said, it's kind of hard to gain stability in a relationship when you're not stable yourself, or vice versa. It's not difficult if you have support. If you have the right support system, everything becomes toxic when you don't have that right piece. Like, everybody's gonna have arguments. Everybody's gonna have disagreements. You're not gonna see eye to eye on everything. You're not gonna, everything that person say is not gonna come off right, and everything you say is not gonna come off right. You're not gonna be peaches and creams all the time. The sex not gonna be great all the time. But it's like somewhere in the middle that y'all see, like, okay. And then a person that's very apologetic, and I mean not apologetic to where as though, oh, I'm sorry and do it again. I'm talking about apologetic and like, okay, I messed up. I learned from my mistakes and this is what I'm not going to do. I know that person said that this hurted them, so why would I do that? I'm not going to do that to that person. If I know that a person, like, for instance, right, if I know that a person likes something or they dislike something, I'm like, such and such doesn't like this. Why would I do that? Especially around that person. So why would I do that around that person or to that person when they said they didn't like that? So that means I'm taking their consideration of how they feel out and just don't give a fuck about them. So why am I even friends with you? Why am I even cool with you? Why be cool with somebody where it stems back to is the fact that it becomes manipulation. Oh, now you got caught up, so I'm going to do whatever I want to do to you, and you're just going to accept it. You're going to sit back, and you're just going to accept it, because I'm going to tell you, oh, I love you, and that's not how it is, and that's not how I meant it, and that's it, and do it again, and again, and again, and again. And I'm not saying that shit because I'm like, I know it all, and I got it all, and I figured it out. Like, no. And I'm still trying to work through it at the end of the day. I'm still trying to work through it. I'm still trying to get to the point where I just got to the point where I'm not crying every day. I just got to the point where I can sleep some nights. I got to the point where I'm not frustrated as much. I'll tell you, it's so hard because it's where when you're crying all the time, you're not able to breathe. You're not able to do anything without feeling so tight or in a box. It's toxic for you. For you, it's toxic. For you, it's not good. It's not helpful whatsoever to be in a place, even if that person say they love you, or if that person, they have a tad bit of love for you. It's not safe to stay or to be or to allow certain things because you're only killing yourself. And talking to myself, you're killing yourself. Like, you are not taking heat. You see it. My biggest issue is just dealing with a lot of health issues. I swear my life would be so much different. Because, like, I see things. And every time I see something and I feel like, okay, this is going bad, this is going left, I usually be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going down that route. I see it and I'm not going down that route. And I say it to myself, I'm like, no, I'm not going to. I allow myself to get so deep into this. Even me telling myself that I don't believe the lies, I still am numb to them. I am still numb to a person telling me that things are going to get better and that they're going to work on them and that they're going to change. But even still, how can you hurt somebody when they're already hurting? How can you do that? How can that be so easy for you? I know it's not easy to deal with somebody that wakes up sad sometimes and just cries sometimes. It's not their fault though. But if you're not going to be supportive, then leave them alone. Just leave them alone. This is pretty much the last thing I'm going to address in this topic. And this is about people who are unaware of just things that's wrong in a relationship, that they like, okay, well, let me just let this slide because it's not a problem. Alcohol issues, drug issues, gambling issues, financial issues, and when I'm gonna say health issues because a person can use their health to keep somebody. Like, and now for instance, I'm sick. I am sick because, not because, I'm sick. I'm not able to get out of bed certain days. I'm not able to get up without feeling weak or dizzy or feeling like I'm about to fall. Numbness in my legs and my feet, headaches all the time, throwing up all the time. And this was prior to pregnancy. But just certain things where I wasn't able to even work, which is really, really, really difficult for me. I didn't never want to make it difficult for another person. I never even knew that these were going to be an issue. I just thought that these was things that were probably a phase that I was going through or something that was along the lines of me just, okay, maybe I just had the flu. 2 years later, I'm still having this flu. But, yeah, a lot of issues that I've been going back and forth to the doctors for. But what I was trying to address is the fact that people will use their health as to keep someone. And that is manipulation. It's toxic. It's like, why? Now, I understand you might feel like, okay, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be by myself. I don't want that person to leave me. Get well. And for the people who are doing manipulation and gaslighting and shit like that, I hope they get help too, to be honest. Like, I really do. Like, but at the same time, for these things that's going on, I can't help you. Especially being as though that my mental health is no longer in a stable condition. I definitely can't help you. I definitely can't help you. And I've always been the one to want to help people. It doesn't matter what the situation was. And if I could help you, I could. But this is one of them situations where I couldn't help you. Because this is like being in a deep ocean. I can't swim. You can't swim. Neither one of is nobody else around. You're going to kill me. You're going to kill the both of us. Because one, I'm going to fight like listen, it ain't no winning. It's not winning. It's no winning. So at the end of the day, like, just trying to stand my ground and be able to protect this and my kids and my mind, my health, because at the end of the day, not only are you destroying it mentally, but you're also destroying it physically, because those mental things cause physical problems. And those physical problems also get seen by your kids, and those mental problems also get seen by your kids. So now your kids are looking at you like, okay, mommy's going crazy or daddy's going crazy, when the whole time it's literally the other person that's literally driving you insane. Like, it's literally the other person driving you insane. Trying to do those things and manage life, it's hard. It's really hard. So look into those things that you need help on for you personally, and look at your relationship and try to figure out whether, is this worth it? Some things in a relationship, you're like, okay, well, this person, especially if they actually get help for those things. But doesn't mean that you have to not be there or be there for them through those things, especially when they didn't been hurting you for so long. But to actually be there for a person in different ways. Like, you don't always have to be there to be their punching bag in the midst of what they're going through. Because eventually that punching bag is going to wear out. And then you're not going to be no good for them. And then they're going to find a new punching bag. Or they're going to be healed and you're going to be back at square one, or no good for anyone. Not even your kids. Not even your family. Friends. Nobody. Yourself. And what matters is you. What really matters is you. Like, because you got to be the person that want to be here. You got to be the person that want to be able to stand up for yourself. You got to be the person that want to say no. That I'm not allowing this no more. That I'm not allowing this hurt no more. That I'm not allowing to be pushed around or pushed over anymore. And you know what you need. You know what you want out of a relationship. Don't let nobody tell you that this is not what you want. This is what you want. No, this is not what I want. And definitely don't let nobody tell you this, and they're treating you right when you know that's not how you want to be treated. And if you feel like you treat me right and I'm telling you treat me wrong, then move on. Treat somebody else the way you treat me, because I don't like it. I already said what I said, and I said that I didn't like it. So move on. Anyway, this has been a long video. I said I wasn't going to make it that long, but I want y'all to look out for my next video and to also stay strong in all aspects. Don't just fall to the wayside and allow certain things to happen to you. Be your advocate for yourself. And I know it's hard, but I'm here with whoever and whomever to stand together and take a stand for not being mistreated. Because we could do that to ourselves. We could bash ourselves, mistreat ourselves, and dog ourselves out. We don't need anyone else to do that for us. We don't need nobody else. So if you're going to do that and that's what you want to do and that's what your plan is, you might as well exit, like, right now. Because, nah. I don't need that. My kids don't need that. My family don't need that. My life don't need that. I don't need to add extra stress to this bullshit ass world.